What's up, Show Nation? This is Chris Singleton, and welcome to the show.
Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, the Nats launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Braves 8-6. The Phillies went deep 4 times as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 8-4. Mitchell Crum was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs as the Mets were winners over the Marlins 8-2. The Brewers bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 2-1. The Reds pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 3-1. The Toronto Blue Jays grabbed 13 hits in the game as they cruised to the win over the Cardinals 11-3. Jerome Hester swung the bat well with 3 hits as the Diamondbacks got the victory against the Dodgers 5-2. The Padres allowed only 5 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Rockies 4-2. The Giants allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 5-2. The Tigers got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 7-2. The Red Sox combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the visiting Orioles 4-0. The Minnesota Twins smacked 15 team hits as they dethroned the Royals 8-2. The Astros racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 4-2. The A's starting pitcher, number 18, struck out 10 batters and earned the W as Oakland pushed past the Angels 3-1. The Seattle Mariners picked up 14 hits in total as they pounded the Guardians 9-3. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow. TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Washington Nationals combined for 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-5. In other Nationals news, shortstop Chris Zambrano is headed to the injured list for at least the next 10 days. He's suffering from a torn finger ligament. The San Diego Padres combined for 4 total home runs as they pulverized the Braves 12-3. It was their 5th straight victory. Bo Bichette was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs, as the Mets were winners over the Marlins 5-4. The Philadelphia Phillies totaled 13 hits as a team, as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 9-2. Ramon Castro struck out 15 overall with the win, as the Diamondbacks got the victory against the Dodgers 10-1. The Orioles amassed 14 hits in the game, as they pummeled the Yankees 6-0. The San Francisco Giants combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the White Sox on the south side 6-3. The Detroit Tigers beat the visiting Red Sox 4-1. The Kansas City Royals allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 6-4. The Twins got the home victory against the Astros 2-1. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games. It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East. Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, the Nationals combined to allow only 4 hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 2-0. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Braves grabbed the win against the visiting Reds, 2-1. Welcome to this edition of Inside the Show. There will be 42s everywhere today in honor of the barrier-breaking Jackie Robinson. Before we get there, though, here's what happened yesterday. Looking first at the NL Central, the Cincinnati Reds knocked out 12 hits as a team as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 11-1. Yordan Alvarez dominated the game offensively with 7 runs driven in on 3 home. Welcome, everyone. A very happy Easter to you from all of us here at Inside the Show. Let's recap how Saturday's games played out. Looking first at the NL East, the Nats only allowed 2 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Guardians 3-1. The Royals totaled 11 hits as they beat the Braves in walk-off fashion 4-3. The A's third baseman, number 23, had a home run and 3 RBIs as Oakland disposed of the Mets 5-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-6. The Phils pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 4-0. The Pirates hit 3 long balls as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-1. The Cubs starting pitcher, number 22, got his 3rd win this season, helping the Cubs down the Dodgers 4-2. The Padres launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the Brewers at home 12-1. Andres Gimenez made history by hitting for the cycle as the Yankees pushed past the Twins 5-2. The Blue Jays got 11 hits overall as they beat the visiting Rays 7-2. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 5-4. The Chicago White Sox took down the visiting Orioles. Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting off in the National League East, the Minnesota Twins Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Twins allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Nats 3-2. The Marlins grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Guardians in Cleveland 12-3. They now have It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-1. The Houston Astros snapped their 5-game losing streak as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 2-0. Jesus Estrada won his 4th game thus far as the Marlins grabbed one from the Cubs 4-2. The Braves starting pitcher, number 14, grabbed the victory with his 10 Ks, helping lead the Braves to a win over the Mets 5-0. Jose Estrella was a major force at the plate, driving in 4, leading the Halos past the Brewers 6-5. The Diamondbacks picked up 14 hits in total as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 5-3. Evan Carter had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as the Cardinals got by the Dodgers 14-8. Marco Ortiz was a clutch performer at the dish with 4 RBIs, helping the Padres get the win over the Giants 6-3. The Mariners totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 3-0. The Boston Red Sox grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Guardians 7-4. Wander Franco had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish, helping the Rays over the White Sox 8-5. They now have 6 straight victories. Luis Toribio smacked a home run and drove in 3 as the Tigers claim victory over the Orioles 4-3. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. The Minnesota Twins sent 3 balls into the seats as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 6-1. The Oakland Athletics held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-0. George Valera launched 2 balls into the seats, helping the Rangers claim a win over the Yankees 2-1. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball. Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Cubs put together. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Chicago Cubs Hello there, baseball fan. Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Washington Nationals put up 16 hits on the day as they dismantled the Giants 13-5. Trevor Rogers was victorious. Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the New York Mets hit 3 long balls as they were winners in extra innings over the Reds, 8-4. The Giants launched 3 home runs as they got a road win against Arizona, 5-4. The New York Yankees amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Rays, 6-5. The Royals relief pitcher, number 65, won his 5th game out of the bullpen as Kansas City disposed of the Chi Sox 3-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets knocked out 12 hits as a team as they pulled away from the Nationals 7-0. Keston Hiura totaled 3 hits while driving in 4 as Atlanta got the win against the Blue Jays 7-4. The Reds combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-1. Russell Cruz got the W and now has 5 this year, leading the Phillies past the Rockies 2-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The Kansas City Royals swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-3. The San Francisco Giants picked up 14 hits in total as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 9-2. The San Diego Padres amassed an impressive 6 home runs in the game as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 14-9. The Red Sox smacked 15 team hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 7-6. The Yankees allowed only 5 hits in the game as they destroyed the Rays 10-1. The Buccos sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the O's in Baltimore 6-4. The Astros allowed only 5 hits as a staff. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Metropolitans totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 8-6. The Texas Rangers combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 2-1. The Phillies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 6-2. Ronzi Contreras earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Cardinals took care of the Brewers 3-2. The Cincinnati Reds grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 9-4. The Dodgers' second baseman, number 7, launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, helping the Dodgers down the Twins 6-2. He has now hit safely in 11 straight games. Jonah Flaherty earned the 3rd W of his season as San Diego took down Kansas City 3-2. The Seattle Mariners totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 10-8. The New York Yankees combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 4-2. The win was their 6th in a row. The Angels hit 3 long balls as they beat the O's in Baltimore 6-5. The Cubs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 8-0. The Arizona Diamondbacks swatted 4 home runs in this one as they dismantled the A's 14-7. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors. Happy Friday, baseball fan. It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Tigers got 11 hits overall as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-3. The Atlanta Braves knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-1. Francisco Marquez grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, as Cleveland took down the Mets 3-2. The Chicago Cubs put up 16 hits on the day as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 5-4. The Giants put together 10 total hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 7-5. Wallace Lemon grabbed his 2nd win of the year, helping lead the Reds past the Yankees 4-1. The Diamondbacks starting pitcher, number 76, was victorious for the 5th time this season, leading the D-backs to victory over the Buccos 3-0. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. The Los Angeles Dodgers launched 3 home runs as they cruised to the win over the Cardinals 13-6. The Friars got 12 hits in this one as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-3. The Toronto Blue Jays had 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Orioles 4-2. Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the NL East, the Padres combined for 10 hits as a team as they took TGIF and welcome. Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Nationals amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 10-3. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim allowed only 5 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Marlins 8-3. The Philadelphia Phillies racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 3-2. The Rockies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-1. The Reds held their opponent to just 2 hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 1-0. Joe Skinner won the game, finishing a complete game one-hitter, helping lead the Brewers past the Giants 3-0. He currently has the most shutouts among pitchers in the National League. Lionel Worth had a total of 6 base hits as the Red Sox disposed of the Diamondbacks 13-10. He has now hit safely in 11 straight games. The San Diego Padres grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 6-4. Philip Kim got the win, his 6th so far this year, as the Rays claimed the win against the Dodgers 4-2. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Nick York picked up 3 base knocks in the ballgame as the Rangers took down the Orioles 4-2. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. The St. Louis Cardinals sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Guardians in Cleveland 5-2. Ian Seymour won his 4th game thus far, leading the White Sox to victory against Detroit 5-4. The Minnesota Twins launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 7-6. The A's combined to allow only 4 hits as they got the home victory against the Astros 3-1. It was their 5th straight victory. The Mariners allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-1. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Welcome, everyone, to this Memorial Day edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Royals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Nats 5-2. As of today, the Royals sit in first place in the American League Central Division, while the Nationals are in 4th place in the NL East. The Angels starting pitcher, number 4, grabbed his 4th victory out of the pen as the Angels defeated the Marlins 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Angels are in 4th place in the AL West, and the Marlins are in 2nd place in the NL East. The Braves totaled 11 hits as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 8-2. As of right now, Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Dodgers' second baseman, number 7, drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading the Dodgers to victory over Washington 11-10. The Atlanta Braves hit 3 long balls as they defeated the A's in Oakland 12-4. Jonah Flaherty collected his 5th win in relief, leading the Padres past the Marlins 4-2. The Phillies pounded out 17 hits in this one as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 12-2. The Cubs combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 2-1. The Kansas City Royals completed a short 2-game sweep as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-4. The Colorado Rockies put together 10 total hits as they got a road win against Arizona 4-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Alek Thomas was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, helping the Pirates push past the Giants 8-2. He is among the NL leaders in triples. The Red Sox relief pitcher, number 72, got his second W of the season, helping lead the Red Sox over Cincinnati 4-3. Javier Carvajal got the W and now has 5 this year as the Jays took care of the Brewers 4-1. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Padres brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they manhandled the Marlins 14-6. Milton Cisneros was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, leading the Fightin' Phils over the Mets 7-4. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Adrian Klein had 3 hits on the day, leading the D-backs over the Rockies 5-3. The Boston Red Sox finished off a 3-game sweep as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 6-3. They now have 5 straight wins. The Blue Jays earned the 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the Brewers at home 6-5. Robinson Ewing grabbed win number 6 on the year as the It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East. Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Royals allowed only 5 hits as a staff. TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Diamondbacks completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the Nationals in Washington 2-0. The New York Mets combined for over a mind-boggling 20 hits as they pulverized the Braves 18-8. The Dodgers allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 8-6. The Baltimore Orioles combined for 10 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-3. The San Francisco Giants brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 6-4. The Twins totaled 11 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 10-4. It was their 7th straight victory. The Toronto Blue Jays totaled 13 hits as a team as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-3. The White Sox combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 2-1. Lewis Phillips collected win number 3 this year, helping the Guardians pass the Red Sox 4-1. The Angels starting pitcher, number 4, won his 5th game out of the bullpen, leading the Halos to the win over the Cubs 5-3. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball. Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the Washington Nationals picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 6-5. The Miami Marlins sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 6-4. The Philadelphia Phillies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 10-1. Tristan McKenzie was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Mets bested the Pirates 4-3. The Milwaukee Brewers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 6-2.